Introducing Centadrive, a totally new concept set to revolutionise shutter door systems typically found on multi-drop delivery vehicles, working within the rapidly growing and increasingly demanding area of inner-city urban delivery cycles. There is increasing pressure to ensure commercial vehicles are fit for purpose and are being designed to meet individual tasks and demands. And in today's highly competitive logistics market, they have to be more efficient, safer and more cost-effective. The one key area where significant improvements can be attained has been mainly ignored: the vehicle's rear delivery door. Centadrive is the result of extensive research and development, with intensive long-term trials with a leading UK logistics company. It gives greater control, easier access and increased safety for drivers, for payloads and for vehicles. Activated by a handy remote control key fob, Centadrive electronically controls the up and down movement of a shutter door typically found on most multi-drop commercial vehicles. Fitted into the roof space of the rear cargo area, Centadrive is powered directly by the vehicle's 24-volt battery and has been designed for fast, simple installation with minimal wiring required. In fact, the unit is so easy to fit, it can take 2 experienced fitters as little as 2 hours to install. Retrofit to any existing dry freight shutter, and the dangers of using these traditional heavy doors are eliminated due to the smooth control movement Centadrive offers. Or to maximise performance and to realise the real benefits, Centadrive can be used with a new lightweight composite door. Made from a unique blend of polyurethane and fiberglass, coupled with honeycomb composite construction, this extremely robust door will contribute to a reduction in vehicle weight, leading to significant increase in payload potential. Being remote controlled, drivers can operate the delivery door in seconds, and the handy remote also means that drivers are less likely to leave delivery doors open while they rush to deliver a load. A simple click of a remote key fob and a digital signal is sent to the electronic control system, the ECS. The ECS then sends power to a combined motor and gearbox to drive a continuous toothed drive belt, which is housed within a low-profile aluminium track. Attached to the belt is a shuttle mechanism, which via a linkage assembly attached to the top panel controls the shutter door and ensures both quiet and smooth operation. As broadband take-up gains momentum in the UK, home delivery companies have seen unprecedented growth, 30% in the last 5 years. This trend is set to continue, with some forecasts predicting future growth in excess of 300%. There is also a trend for quiet, out-of-hours delivery in order to remove vehicles from congested areas at peak times. The Centadrive remote control door system points the way forward for faster, safer and more secure deliveries, making it an inexpensive alternative to manual shutter and barn-style doors, and its almost silent operation makes it ideal for out-of-hours deliveries. Centadrive makes multi-drop vehicles more secure, safer and more profitable, all at the touch of a button. The remote control shutter door allows the driver to instantly secure his load, giving enhanced security through reduced unattended load time. Because the door does not open outwards, drivers can park closer to unloading sites, making deliveries even easier and faster. Inner city tests have shown the delivery cycle is considerably speeded up, reducing a typical drop-off from 6 to 4 minutes, leading to around 3 extra deliveries per day per driver. Safety is at the heart of the Centadrive system, with built-in features including in-cab alarm to warn the driver if he attempts to drive off with the shutter door open. To protect both the driver and the payload, the system is programmed with an automatic retraction sensor, which stops and retracts the door when it senses an obstruction, and if the engine is left running, the system will stop the door from operating. Should the driver become trapped inside the cargo area, the system is fitted with an integral panic release lever. A simple key feature is also provided to manually open the door in the unlikely event of the system shutting down. Centadrive safety is also delivered through a design which avoids the dangers of swinging open heavy barn-style doors and driver injury through parachute jumping to closed raised manual shutter doors, one of the most common causes of driver injuries. Both security and safety features are expected to have a positive effect on running costs and insurance premiums. When the Centadrive unit is married to one of our lightweight composite fiberglass doors, the result's startling. The weight-saving properties of the door means reduced fuel consumption and increased payloads. Our composite door is also 100% recyclable. Noise pollution is cut to a minimum due to the system's almost silent operation, a real bonus for out-of-hours deliveries. And now the real good news. It only takes 2 fitters 2 hours to fit a Centadrive system to either a new build or a retro vehicle. But don't take our word for it. Watch the fitting video and judge for yourself. Centadrive, a totally new concept set to revolutionise shutter door systems typically found on multi-drop delivery vehicles. The result of extensive research and development and intensive long-term trials, Centadrive solves many of the problems inherently found in the rear delivery door. 2 experienced fitters, 2 hours, that's how simple it is to fit a Centadrive unit on either a new build or retrofit vehicles. It is essential that the door tracks fitted are properly aligned for the door to have a smooth, free-running movement. Particular attention should be given to weld track joints, with all inside welds dressed off to ensure the smooth running of the door. To support the Centadrive unit, it is recommended that a minimum of 3 additional cross members are fixed to the main roof. Following the dimensions set out in the installation instructions, the Centadrive unit should run down the centre line of the vehicle. Once the unit's position has been established, drill and position. Care should be taken to protect the vehicle's roof material from damage during drilling. Before final fixing, it is advisable to temporarily position both the unit and the door. The unit must maintain the critical gaps indicated in the installation instructions, ensuring the door passes freely underneath the unit. Only 3 wires are required to connect the Centadrive unit, but first make sure the ECS switch is in the off position. The first power cable is routed from the ECS through to the vehicle's battery. The red cable with a 15 amp inline fuse goes to the positive terminal and the blue cable to the negative terminal. Sight the buzzer in a suitable position within the cab and run the warning buzzer cable through the engine bay to the rear of the vehicle, fixing in place with cable ties. It's as simple as that. Once the power loom of cables has been tracked back to the ECS unit, they can be plugged into the unit's dedicated sockets and the isolation switch turned to the on position. The unit is now live and ready to be tested. Using the hand remote control fob, allow the system to perform a complete cycle with the shutter travelling the full length of the unit. No adjustments of the unit's electronic settings are required. When fitting the door linkage, first measure and mark the centre of the inside of the door and drill required holes using the fixing plate as a template, not forgetting a 28mm diameter hole for the pop-up T-handle. Now the linkage plate can be bolted in place, ensuring the cable grip is fitted to the top left bolt. From the outside of the door, position the pop-up T-handle and fix. The cam, complete with a cable clamp, can now be fitted into the square drive of the pop-up handle. The door rollers and fittings should be evenly spaced and fitted according to the door manufacturer's instructions. Having fitted all the necessary door rollers, the door should then be lifted into the door tracks and manually operated to ensure free running and that no fouling occurs. With the door closed and the shuttle position nearest the door, the linkage mechanism can now be attached and the protective plate screwed in place. To allow manual operation in the event of a Centadrive breakdown, locate the emergency release cable protruding from the shuttle and attach to the cable clamp fitted to the cam. Ensure there is enough tension to activate the release mechanism. The linkage arm, lock nuts, clevis head and clips are all supplied assembled. So, just remove the clevis clip from the free end of the linkage arm, align clevis head with the attachment point on the Centadrive, attach linkage arm to the Centadrive shuttle, rotate clevis head and adjust, using locking nuts to eliminate movement during use. Warning signs are supplied for live areas and entrapment risks. Before testing, make sure the door's rollers run free along the tracks. By activating the door from the remote control, you can now test the installation. The door should smoothly and quietly open and close, with the bottom door seals just touching the floor to avoid unnecessary stress to the mechanism. It is also worth testing both the external emergency release and the internal release mechanism, which will allow manual operation for the door. That's all there is to it. 2 men, 2 hours, and you have a multi-drop vehicle which will deliver faster, safer, more secure and more economically. Innovative, intelligent shutter safety. Centadrive easy to fit and easy to use, making deliveries faster, safer and more secure. A cost-effective system which will pay dividends for both fleet managers and bodybuilders alike, who are looking to give their multi-drop vehicles a real competitive edge. If you want to find out how Centadrive can make your multi-drop vehicles more efficient and cost-effective, log on to www.centadrive.co.uk. For further details or to take advantage of Centadrive support, installation manuals, videos and a dedicated sales team are all there to offer support and advice on the simplicity of installation and to highlight the key benefits Centadrive has to offer. A fully fitted demonstration vehicle is also available, a perfect opportunity to judge for yourself just how easy Centadrive can be. Call 01922 47 1000 to discuss intelligent shutter safety or request a demonstration at your convenience.